So the obvious question, did it hit you?
I have a mark to prove it.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me about that swing, though. That was kind of a weird where you had to take a mental break to figure out if it hit you or not, and then you hit the ball off your face to the scoreboard.
I felt pretty good. I'm glad they kept me in the box.
Just the team's performance tonight, pretty workmanlike, come out, take care of business, win handily.
Couldn't have said it better, just like that.
Did you say it, though?
No, you said it. You said that's all that needs to be said.
You were hit with 3 pitches this weekend and went 1 for 10 from the plate. Did you kind of shift your focus coming into this game, or what did it feel like to kind of get up there and hitting again?
Just getting up there, trying to compete for my team. I don't really change anything or anything how I do. I just get up there, try to have fun, and play the game.
Do you guys like winning in a lot of different ways?
Absolutely. No, the more you can do that, the more you're going to be successful.
How do you approach a game? I mean, do you feel it out early, like one like this, where you know you're not going to be able to blast the ball all over the place, just kind of station to station, grind it out? I
mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of coming and doing our deal. Obviously, if it's really bad weather or something like that can really affect the game, we kind of shift a little bit, but at the end of the day, we just do our deal and then let it take care of itself.
I know it's something you're probably used to at this point, but talk about just being the team that everybody wants to be. I mean, especially in Hammond, Louisiana, everybody's coming out to see y'all, but they want their team to win. Just talk about kind of being that part of that team.
No, Coach said it before the game. It's really awesome to see all these people here to watch. It's fun to be able to compete in front of a bunch of people. And I know Alex Bregman said to us at the beginning of the year, it's always awesome to have the target on your back. And it's really fun to be that guy, or be that team, I'm sorry. And at the end of the day, we're going to keep grinding to do that. So.
What did Guidry look like on the mound from your perspective?
Awesome. Same as he's always been on the mound since we started putting him on the mound. He looks great. So.
What makes him so hard to hit? I mean, the breaking ball's there, I know, but he locates everything pretty well.
He's the ultimate competitor. I haven't had the liberty to face him yet, and I kind of don't want to based off of what I've seen. But he seems like the ultimate competitor, and then when I know he's on the mound, I know we're in a good chance to win the game.
First midweek win after 2 straight losses. I mean, you're still winning on the weekends, but does it mean anything to win on a Tuesday night?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're just trying to win every game that we play. We don't look at it midweeks, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. No matter the day, we just want to win. So it's as simple as it is.
Well, can you walk us through Travinsky the past couple of weeks? A guy that was kind of thrust into it a little bit, and he's banging balls out of the park, coming up with clutch hits like tonight. What's his kind of approach now?
Couldn't be happier for the guy. Ultimate team guy this year. I love seeing him in this role. I hope he can continue to get as many at-bats as he can, and he's been really good for us. I mean, obviously you guys have seen it with all the clutch hits he's had. At the end of the day, I love having him in the lineup, and I think we're going to keep putting him in there just at big moments that we need him, and it's just awesome to have him there.
How about the hose from Kling tonight?
That was awesome. We know he's got a cannon, so it was good he could show that off.
After the way the last 2 midweek games went, was there an emphasis, hey, let's win this one?
No, we kind of stick to one game in a mindset and then move on from the past. We don't try to dwell on anything like that. We just try to move forward and stick to the one pitch at a time, one game at a time. And at the end of the day, we played one game at a time. So.
How'd it feel tonight?
Felt good, got the first start of my career as a position player or pitcher, so got to go out there and, have fun with the team and just compete.
Did you know how far in advance?
As far as pitch count?
Yeah. Just kind of when you were starting.
I found out this morning. Yeah, I found out this morning. Coach called. I know I had a feeling I was going to be thrown today, but I didn't know when. And, he just asked me how I felt and if I was ready to go. And I said, yeah. So he told me I was going to take it out. I had a 45 pitch limit and just told me to go out there and compete and have fun.
Were you nervous at all when he told you were going to start today?
No, I was excited for sure. Like I said earlier, it was my first start, so everyone kind of looks forward to their first start. I haven't gotten to start on the field or on the mound, so it was my first time being written in the lineup, so it was definitely exciting.
Did you start at all in high school?
On the mound? Yeah. I did, yeah. I was a starting pitcher in high school. Yeah.
What did it look like? What did the conversation at the beginning of the season look like when Jay said he wanted to kind of get you in the staff?
Yeah, I think that they just saw that my slider was pretty good and that they thought that I was going to be a pretty good matchup guy, so they wanted to get me going. We didn't really know how extended it was going to be as far as pitching. I think it was just going to be like an emergency guy just in case, and then, we've dealt with injuries and guys going down, so it's kind of been a role that I've had to accept and really take control of and go out there and compete.
The few outings that you've had, how have you seen yourself develop on the mound? Or can you tell at this point?
Yeah, I mean, my arm's definitely starting to get more in shape. There's a wall that you usually hit, and a lot of guys hit it in the fall just because they're getting their arm in shape in the fall, and I didn't really get to do it. So, and I feel like I was kind of my last few outings as far as velo and just command, it was a little off, but I feel like I'm definitely turning it around and getting ready to get back going.
Is the attitude you've taken make myself as versatile as I can to help the team in as many ways as I can?
Yeah, I mean, everyone just wants to win. I mean, whatever it is, our infielders, Tommy, Doogie, and JT are studs, they're doing their thing every day. So my role in this team to help us win is to come in and throw strikes whenever I get called on.
When you're going into your first start, I mean, I guess you only found out the morning of, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot of time for a lot of people to give you advice. But of those who did, who gave the best advice and what was it?
I mean, honestly, a lot of the team didn't even know until we were getting on the bus also that I was starting. You know how midweeks are, just kind of piece things together, multiple guys going out there and eat up innings. They didn't really know who was getting to start. So, I mean, there wasn't really a lot of advice given other than, Coach West come and talk to me about what we're going to do to hitters and what our goal was of the day and just throw strikes and compete.
What did you see out of your team overall tonight in terms of just coming out here, taking care of business, winning a baseball game?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting later in the season, and like you saw, the last two midweek games kind of snuck up on us. But, I mean, we came out here, we put up 7 zeros on the board, and ended in a 10-run rule. So, I mean, the guys definitely came out ready to play, for sure.
Coaches put you in a lot of, big situations in SEC play, closing situations. What has prepared you mentally for these types of, appearances as a true freshman?
I mean, I would just say experience. I was competing in the fall against the best players in the country, against the best team in the country every game. It wasn't as a pitcher, but it was still, it was elite college baseball. So just going out there 4 games a week on every weekend in the fall, I would say prepared me for season ready, get ready to play.
Just a quick follow-up on, you said, talking about the strategy of this team. Who's the most difficult to prepare against, on this team as far as just hitters?
Well, I mean, our plan was pretty simple that we just we wanted to go in and then attack with the fastball, really just attack with the fastball. We felt like fastball end was there and then bury a slider late. And it was kind of the same approach for every hitter. We just kind of went off of that. Whether it was something he wanted me to work on or if it was something that he saw throughout 1 through 9, I don't really know what it was, but that was kind of the goal from the beginning of the game.
You miss hitting yet?
Yeah, I mean, of course I miss hitting. I love hitting. So, it's my job, though. It's my role that I have accepted, and, we'll get back to work whenever the season's over. But the goal right now, what I'm focused on, is going to win a national championship.
How did it feel for you to see this whole crowd come here and cheer you guys on?
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
It's a midweek game away at Southeastern. A lot of Louisiana people love baseball, so I think that just kind of showed how Louisiana people feel about baseball. Just coming out to a midweek game and just showing support.
Just a workman-like approach, just coming out, taking care of business, winning a game easily.
I thought there was some good qualities.
Gotta stop that.
There were some good qualities that we've displayed throughout the year that we displayed tonight. I thought the hitters managed the strike zone well, so we took our free bases, drove the ball when they made some mistakes, and then played good defense, which was good. I thought Sunday was probably our toughest defensive game of the year, so to respond back with a 0 in the air column was great. And 6 pitchers for 7 innings, and really happy with how those guys performed tonight, and we really needed that.
Gavin said you told him this morning he was starting?
Yeah, I called him this morning, and just something we want to explore, and felt like this was a good time to do it. Still have to be mindful, obviously, of the pitch count thing, but I definitely think he's got a future doing it, and I thought he looked great tonight. That was as good as he looked the last few outings.
He said the one thing with him is just his arms getting more in pitching shape.
Yes.
Get those throwing muscles.
Yes.
Ready to rock. I mean, did you see that?
Yeah, for sure. He looked like he had his legs underneath him. Delivery was good. I mean, walked the leadoff guy, and then it looked like he threw every pitch exactly where he wanted to from that point forward.
we're past the April 15th tax day thing and everything, but he could still be something new that you could implement or use down the stretch? Or?
Well, I mean, we're going to use him. It's a little bit all bets are off right now with where guys sit with roles on the pitching staff other than Paul. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is you'd start taking them one at a time. If you can go get a win, especially in conference, use everybody to do that. And so right now it's not clearly defined. We have guys that we like that can do certain things, and I'm just going to line them up so they can do those things the most often.
How's Travinsky evolving?
He's doing great. Yeah, he's doing phenomenal. Like I said, he was behind the 8 ball because he missed basically the entire fall again for the second year in a row, and we got good players, and so he had some catching up to do. But just every day you could see the swing shorten up, the strike zone discipline improve, the balance get better. And, I mean, he has 2 of our biggest hits of the season, and I'm totally comfortable playing him at any juncture, and he'll continue to play more.
What do you mean to give Paxton Clean the start tonight and get him back in the lineup
Well,
for the full game?
yeah, I thought it was a good opportunity to play him and get him on his legs. I wasn't real comfortable with that over the weekend, although, I mean, he got into the game heavily both on Saturday and Sunday, which was great. It just adds a different dynamic to our team, and I mean, a ball goes up in the outfield and it's going to be caught, and then he throws the guy out at the plate, and it's good to have him back.
Blake Money good?
Yeah, I think he's fine. I mean, it just my tricep is a little sore. And I was like, all right, you're out. And he got pissed really fast. And, but just not messing around with it. I don't think it's serious. And, his teammates were very supportive of him. But I think, that was one of the more confrontational mound visits in a while.
Well, I saw Travinsky give him the pat on the chest.
Yeah. And Blake's awesome. He's such a good guy, and it really picked us up lately, man. Like, I mean, that was big time performances this weekend, and then to get back out on the mound, and you got to find a way to get 27 outs. It ended up being 21, but he was a big piece of this thing tonight. We were going. How I scripted it was Gavin, and it was him, and we were hoping to maybe get one more out of him, but that's okay.
Rich, I know you've spoken about it before, and Gavin Dugas just spoke about being the team with the target on their back.
Yeah.
And you talking about that as well. Can you just talk about coming into an atmosphere like this, a group of people that are coming here to see LSU play, but they want Southeastern to beat them?
Yeah, I actually mentioned that to the players before the game, and we don't talk about the outside very much, but I was like, guys, look around. This is pretty cool. Like, these people are here to see you. And very few times in life you get to, dip your hook in the water and it's about you. Well, it's about these guys right now because they're doing some really special things, and that's awesome. And we're appreciative of it. I think this is a phenomenal program. We're not going to just go play anywhere, but Coach Artigues, who's the athletic director, I have a ton of respect for. Matt and I have become good friends. They came out to Arizona in 21. We played a 4-game series. We played them last year, played them this year, and as long as I'm here, they'll always be on the schedule, whether they're coming over the box or we're coming here.
12 hits by the team tonight. Just feels like offensively y'all are hitting your best stride at this point in the season. Would you agree? Or
I think they've been so consistent, kind of wire to wire from game 1 of the season till now. I just think they're just so aware of what they need to do to take productive at-bats, move the offense, and score runs. And so I would say it's another game in character. I don't know that it's better than it was or not quite as good. I don't really get into that. But I thought, like I said, I think we walked. I think we moved the offense. I thought we drove the baseball. And I thought we ran the bases good tonight. I think advancing on the ball in the dirt 3 times got us 3 of those runs that we would not have had. So I like seeing that, and hopefully that's something we can continue to do well.
You're always looking ahead and improving and everything, but the way the last 2 midweek games went, was that an emphasis to?
No. I again, this is a hard deal, and I don't know what our record is, but it's 20-5 in the midweeks over the last 2 years, and our RPI is 1, 2, or 3 after tonight. So it's not easy. I mean, we didn't play 2 All-Americans, and I think saying we didn't do a good job is totally disrespecting Nichols and Louisiana Lafayette the last 2 weeks. So you'll never get me caught up in that narrative. And also this team, if last Tuesday was a clunker, we're in game, 45, and there haven't been very many clunkers. And so I think it's more a credit to the opponents of how well they played. I mean, somebody told me, like, Nichols was, like, all over SportsCenter last week, and UL is just really good, man, and they played really good, and they used their pitching, and it happened, and, hard to understand, baseball's a little different sometimes, but man, if anybody's got a problem with these guys' effort, they don't know baseball. That's how I feel about it.
Seems like a lot of mutual respect between you and Coach.
Yeah, I love Matt. Like, he's a great coach. I had them come out. We actually did it late when I was at Arizona. It was part of the COVID deal. The whole schedule flipped. I just knew they were always going to compete at the top of the Southland, win 35 games. And I had like $25,000 to get somebody to Tucson. And I only had about a month to do it. So kind of a funny story, actually. We got that done, and then Coach Maneri called me the next day and to ask us to come out to LSU. But I wasn't going to back out on that. Like, Matt's a good guy and a really good coach.
I'm very surprised we didn't get a Jay Johnson out of the dugout on Gavin's hit on the arm. I thought you would be.
I actually like the matchup. I'm not going to say I knew he was going to hit a home run, but I was actually, like, the players were. He did get hit, by the way, so he's got a bruise to show it. But I was like, nah, it's a good matchup. We're okay, and then boom. So that was a good job by Gavin.
I'm upset we missed out on an LSU Arizona series.
Yeah, I was too, but I just, like, that was one of, like, hey, man, you're a man of your word. We signed the contract, and I knew they were going to win 35 games, that year, so it was going to work out great. And the other thing was, at the time, like, getting on an airplane and the contact tracing, I mean, it all seems like weird now, but, like, that was like a real thing. Yeah. So I didn't want to miss 2 weeks because of something weird, so we stuck with it, and we won all 4. They were very tough games, but yeah, it was a good series. But I think a lot of this program, for sure.